Hi everybody, Paul Preston here, and this is Cafe English. And this week I thought I would talk a little bit about my coffee mug. This coffee cup is a Frank Lloyd Wright design. Frank Lloyd Wright was an architect, I guess, around the turn of the century, up about until 1950s or so. He designed a lot of very famous and interesting buildings, a lot of different styles. He had kind of a prairie style and a kind of craftsman house style. He wasn't a craftsman architect, but his styles were very similar to the craftsman style in California of green and green. He also designed very modern looking buildings by sort of that mid-century modern standpoint. As I mentioned, the famous Guggenheim Museum. He really had a lot of different styles, and he was influenced by a lot of different people. He was influenced by Japanese art and architecture. He was influenced by Aztec art and architecture, South American, Mayan art and architecture. Of course, the European arts and crafts movement and other movements from Europe influenced Frank Lloyd Wright's design. So he's a very interesting architect and a very interesting personality. I was lucky because here near my house in Japan, there is an architecture park. And this is a place where they've actually moved several buildings from around Japan and placed them in this park. And it's a very, very quiet park on a mountainside with a nice view of a lake down below. And you can just casually walk through these architectural places of interest or importance. And one of the buildings that was removed and placed there was Frank Lloyd Wright's Imperial Hotel. He built that hotel in Tokyo in around the turn of the century, I think, and it was torn down several years later, but the lobby was saved and it was brought down to this art park here in Nagoya, where I live. And so now you can go and spend time in this fantastic Frank Lloyd Wright building, as well as several other buildings in that art park. Not designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, but designed by other interesting and excellent architects. So I stopped and had coffee there in the Imperial Palace, or Imperial Hotel, I should say. And I drank it with my Frank Lloyd Wright coffee cup. And this cup actually was designed for the Imperial Hotel. So actually this is a design that he had originally created for that hotel. I thought, what a great opportunity to have my coffee cup inside the Imperial Hotel. So I just thought I'd talk a little bit about art and architecture, and specifically my experience with that Frank Lloyd Wright building. So this has been Cafe English. And if you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, maybe a story to tell, or just a topic that you'd like to discuss, be sure to write it down in the comments. I'd love to post a video about it. So if you have any requests or any thoughts or any questions, please feel free to post it. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Paul Preston. Thanks for joining me on Cafe English.